Hello, welcome to my sermon. It's May 24th of 2020. Now, what do you do when the police are the criminals and those charged with crimes are the saints? This is happening quite a bit here in America. And I was strong-armed robbed yesterday by the Athens County Sheriffs at gunpoint. They strong-arm robbed me of $220. And I'm very low income. I've never earned more than the poverty line in my life. And the Athens County Sheriffs came up with guns and robbed me yesterday. And they also let people steal my mail yesterday, which I've got on video on this Facebook page. And in Louisville, Kentucky, in the early morning of March 13th of this year, police used a battering ram to break into a couple's home, Kenneth Walker and Breonna Taylor. Kenneth Walker tried to defend himself and shot a police officer. The police shot and killed Breonna Taylor. They murdered Breonna Taylor. This was done with a no-knock warrant, which is totally unconstitutional, also called delayed warrant, something I've been fighting ever since the Patriot Act was created. And this is where they break into people's homes and they don't even tell people about it. And they are spreading COVID-19. They are mass murderers. And yesterday they allowed people to spread COVID-19 around my property, and the sheriffs didn't wear masks either. So Revelations chapter 21 verse 8. But as for the cowardly, the faithless, the detestable, as for the murderers, the sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars, their portion will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur, which is the second death. The Bible is saying that those in our government today, they are going to hell. They are liars. They break into people's homes and then lie about it. They don't tell anyone about it. They've broken in right here and they've stolen some best negatives from my 4 expeditions through the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. They've also urinated in my 5-gallon batches of beer. That's right, I've had to drink urine because I didn't know it until after I drank it. And that's our government urinating in my beer, which I have a right to make. Jimmy Carter legalized that a long time ago, and using taxpayer dollars. And they also destroy video surveillance. They're criminals. The police have become the criminals. And the people need to choose which side they're on. And police need to choose too. Because it's not just everyone's rights are being violated. The rights of the police too. They sneak and peek police. They sneak and peek people in the military. And they are destroying the rights of all Americans for all time. Matthew chapter 7 verse 15. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing but inwardly are ravenous wolves. Now, the police today, they're not really police. They're actually the criminal element. And we have got to change that. We've got to get our politicians to repeal the Patriot Act. And one of them is Michael DeWine. He's now governor of the state of Ohio. He voted as senator for the Patriot Act. I actually gave him an award on behalf of more than 100 environmental groups. Now I oppose him because he is so in favor of letting police just break into people's homes. He's an incredible hypocrite. He complained about protesters protesting at the state health director's house when he's letting police break into people's homes, rob from them, poison them, murder them with COVID-19, and just get away with it. Luke chapter 12 verse 2. Nothing is covered up that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. And recently, a few weeks ago, I was locked up, and they still won't give the reason. They claim I made a Facebook post, they said it was legal, and they stole my blood, locked me up for a week. My garden died because it was in a greenhouse. And this is our government out of control. The government breathes out lies. And here's what the Bible says about those who breathe out lies. Proverbs chapter 19 verse 9. A false witness will not go unpunished, and he who breathes out lies will perish. We have a government of Satanists and criminals, and on this Memorial Day it is time for our brave men and women to turn on the government and force them to follow the Constitution. Remember, the sneak and peek is done on military people too, and they're hurting everyone's rights. And lastly, I do want to remember two of my great uncles died fighting the Nazis in World War II. And now our government is the Nazis, putting brain implants into people. And two of my great uncles flew bombers fighting the Nazis and were shot down in World War II. So let's everyone demand that our government repeal the Patriot Act. Let's let police know that they are the criminals until that's done. And politicians too. Call Congress, 202-224-3121. Demand they repeal the Patriot Act. Let's get back to the United States of America, a great country, but our government's not right now.